Hey guys! In Season 12, Episode 22 of The Curse of Oak Island, titled Night After Night, delivered some of the most compelling evidence yet. In the Lagina brothers' quest to uncover the island's secrets, from Malta's ancient tunnels to new discoveries in the Oak Island swamp, this episode wove together historical clues, Templar connections, and tantalizing artifacts that could reshape the treasure hunt forever. One of the most fascinating developments in this episode was Rick Lagina's expedition to Malta, where he and the team explored the island's deep historical ties to the Knights, Templar, and the Knights of Malta. Their investigation centered around three key pieces of evidence: the pickaxe from the money pit, a pickaxe recovered from over 145 feet deep in the money pit, was examined by Maltese archaeologist Matthew Baleson, who confirmed it was strikingly similar to tools used by the Knights of Malta in quarrying and tunnel construction. This tool, known locally as a bankas, was used for centuries, including during the time the Knights built their elaborate underground networks. Why is this significant? The pickaxe suggests that whoever dug deep into the money pit may have used techniques similar to those of the Knights of Malta. If the Knights were involved in Oak Island's construction, it could explain the complex flood tunnels and chambers. The blue clay waterproofing. In Malta's underground tunnels, Rick and the team observed a bluish-gray clay used for waterproofing, identical to the clay found in the money pit. Historical accounts from 1804 describe a thick clay seal at 90 feet deep, which matches the waterproofing methods used by the Knights. Implications: the Knights of Malta were master engineers who built intricate water systems. If they replicated these techniques on Oak Island, it could explain the infamous flood tunnels. This strengthens the theory that the money pit was designed to protect something valuable, possibly Templar treasure. The Starburst button and Knights of Malta uniforms. Back on Oak Island, the team had previously discovered a Starburst pattern button in Lot 5, Stone Foundation. In Malta, button expert Dennis Darman examined it and suggested it likely dated to 1650 to 1675, long before the money pit. 1795 discovery. Key takeaways: the button's design matches those worn by aristocratic members of the Knights of Malta, possibly linking them to early Oak Island activity. If Knights were present in Nova Scotia in the 1630s, as historical records suggest, they may have been involved in depositing or guarding treasure. The swamp's hidden structures. Another vault. While Rick was in Malta, Monty and the team focused on the Oak Island swamp, where they uncovered more evidence of man-made structures. The notch timber discovery. Using excavators, the team found large notch timbers buried deep in the swamp, indicating another constructed feature, possibly another vault-like structure. Why does this matter? The team previously found a brick and slate vault in the swamp, suggesting multiple hidden chambers. The notched wood resembles Templar / Knights of Malta construction techniques, similar to those seen in Malta's fortifications. The swamp's manipulated terrain. Mahdi noted that the swamp appears artificially constructed, with evidence of paved areas dating back to 12 AD, and a stone road possibly 500 years old. The big question: was the swamp engineered as part of a larger treasure hiding system? Could it have served as a landing site or storage area for Templar or Knights of Malta expeditions? The archaeology team, led by Helen Sheldon and Jack Begley, made another intriguing find. In Lot 5's round stone feature, an ornate flower button. Ethan Green uncovered a delicate button with a floral design, adding to the growing collection of artifacts that suggest high-status individuals were present. Possible connections. If the Starburst button links to the Knights of Malta, could this flower button belong to another European visitor? The feature has now yielded 14th century pottery, 17th century buttons, and 18th century ceramics, indicating multiple occupations over centuries. the mortar matching the money pit. Earlier in the season, the team found mortar in Lot 5 that chemically matched samples from 100 feet deep in the money pit. The theory: could Lot 5 have been a staging ground for those who constructed the money pit? Were the Knights of Malta or Templars using this site as a base of operations? The ultimate revelation. Are the Knights of Malta the key? The evidence from Malta and Oak Island is converging in a way that suggests the Knights of Malta had the engineering skills to construct the money pits, tunnels, and vaults. Their presence in Nova Scotia in the 1600s aligns with early Oak Island activity. The artifacts, buttons, pickaxe, blue clay, match their known techniques and possessions. If the Knights of Malta were indeed involved, they may have been safeguarding Templar treasures, possibly including religious relics, like the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail. With Season 12 ending on these revelations, the big questions for Season 13 are: will the team uncover another vault in the swamp? Can they link more Maltese artifacts to Oak Island? Will deeper excavation in the money pit finally reveal the treasure? One thing is certain: the Knights of Malta are now prime suspects in the Oak Island mystery, and their secrets may finally be coming to light. The underground tunnels of Valletta, Malta, built by the Knights in the 16th century, provide a fascinating parallel to Oak Island. Subterranean structures. These tunnels were designed for water drainage, storage, and defense, features that mirror the flood tunnels and chambers described in early money pit accounts. The presence of blue clay waterproofing in Malta's tunnels further strengthens the connection, as the same material was reportedly used in the original money pit to seal treasure vaults. If the Knights of Malta were indeed involved in Oak Island's construction, their engineering expertise could explain the sophisticated booby traps and flood systems that have thwarted searches for centuries. The episode delves into the Knights Templars' history, from their origins in the Crusades to their sudden persecution in the 14th century. After their dissolution, many Templars fled to Scotland and Portugal, while others may have integrated into the Knights of Malta. Some researchers believe the Templars transported their treasures, possibly including religious relics, like the Ark of the Covenant or the Holy Grail, across the Atlantic for safekeeping. Oak Island, with its remote location and natural defenses, would have been an ideal hiding place. The discovery of a 14th-century lead cross and other medieval artifacts on the island supports this theory, suggesting that European explorers arrived long before Columbus. The round stone foundation on Lot 5 continues to yield intriguing clues, from 18th-century pottery to possible uniform buttons. Archaeologists now speculate that this site may have been a multi-generational encampment, used by different groups over time. If the starburst button indeed belonged to a Knight of Malta, it raises the possibility that this location served as a staging ground for treasure hiding operations. The mortar-like substance found here, matching deep money pit soils, further suggests a direct link between Lot 5 and the island's central mystery. The pickaxe, recovered from 145 feet deep in the money pit, is one of the most compelling pieces of evidence yet. Maltese experts confirmed that similar tools were used by the Knights for quarrying and tunneling, particularly in limestone, just like Oak Island's bedrock. If this pickaxe was left behind by 16th or 17th century European miners, it would confirm that significant digging occurred centuries before the first recorded excavations. This aligns with the theory that the original depositors were not pirates, but a highly organized group with engineering knowledge. Like the Knights of Malta, the discussion of Isaac de Razilly, a Knight of Malta who settled Nova Scotia in the 1630s, opens up a tantalizing possibility. Could his expedition have had a secret, secondary objective? Given the Knights' history of treasure guardianship, it's plausible that Razilly's group was tasked with relocating Templar artifacts to Oak Island. The starburst button dating 1650 to 1675 fits neatly within this timeline, suggesting that knights may have remained active in the region long after initial colonization. The swampsman made features paved areas, stone roads, and now a second potential vault hinted a deliberate large-scale operation. Some researchers believe the swamp was engineered as a decoy or diversion, drawing attention away from the true treasure site. Others argue it may have been a docking or workshop area for the original depositors. Either way, its anomalous structures continue to be a focal point for the team, with 80% still unexplored. If the Knights of Malta were involved, why choose Oak Island? The answer may lie in its geography and secrecy. Located off the coast of Nova Scotia, the island was remote yet accessible by ship, with natural features that allowed for hidden construction. The Knights, fearing another persecution like the Templars faced, may have sought a new world stronghold to protect their treasures from European powers. With winter approaching, the team is prioritizing two key avenues: further swamp excavations to uncover more vault-like structures, deeper money pit drilling with SB Canada's equipment, potentially reaching the legendary Chapel Vault. Meanwhile, historians will continue investigating Knights of Malta records for any direct references to Oak Island or Nova Scotia. After centuries of searching, the biggest mystery remains: what is the treasure? Gold and jewels, religious relics, lost manuscripts. The evidence increasingly points to something far older and more historically significant than pirate loot. If the Knights of Malta theory is correct, the ultimate discovery could rewrite history. Each episode brings the team closer to the truth, and night after night may be a turning point. With physical evidence, expert verification, and historical documents all aligning, the Oak Island mystery may soon be solved, proving that the island's treasure isn't just riches, but a lost legacy of the Knights Templar in Malta. What do you think lies beneath Oak Island? Could the Knights of Malta be the missing link? Share your theories